How you feel about the situation between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson?
That means that he don't want to fight. You know, from 20%. Come on, man. Stop that. Stop it. You know what type of fighter he is. That's what you do when you don't want to fight.
Now the rumors was coming out today. They saying they trying to get Shakur and Devin maybe. It's so much rumors. Like nobody don't really know what's going on. You don't feel like that's a duck if he go take Devin?
Anybody outside of Devin and Tank, then everybody know he ducking. Then
He king ding-a-ling. Get the boy. Woo! You about to make me go crazy. You not that good, bro. You not. I'm sorry.
We came in.
Sure.
Brian Norman came in at 46. We came in at 46. If Shakur come in at 44 or 45, it's all the same to me, in my opinion. So I won't be blindsided about not being prepared for this opportunity. So from a coaching standpoint, from a business standpoint, we're ready.
The boxing world is buzzing after several fighters and analysts mocked Shakur Stevenson following the emergence of messages that allegedly suggest he avoided a potential showdown with Devin Haney. As the debate reignites, critics are accusing Stevenson of ducking one of boxing's biggest challenges, while fans continue to argue over what the leaked communication really proves about the long-discussed rivalry.
They had to fight. And they did the sanctioned bodies and all that did to make them fight.
If they do fight, who you think gonna win?
I actually don't know. I mean, my mind says Shakur probably win. But then I see the great work that he did with Loma, or that he fight with Loma, and overcome a lot of different obstacles in that fight. It could be hard for Shakur. Sugar Shakur, right? Sugar Shakur Stevenson. As they call it'd be hard for him for the long range, the height, the how big he is, stuff like that. And then what makes me think even more is when Shakur say spar with Crawford, and he had lots of problems with Crawford. Even though Crawford wasn't punching him hard or whatever, but you know what he had problems with? He had problems with the long arms and the height of Crawford. So he couldn't counterpunch like he wanted to. Or Crawford probably would have hit him hard, but it's different. It's a different, you know, he's longer and stuff. It's harder. So that could be a problem for Shakur that we don't know.
Benji posted a recent update amplifying claims around the long-discussed Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney matchup, suggesting the fight is once again being delayed. As he tweeted, breaking per Sean Zittel, today it's reported that the company Zuffa Boxing wants Devin Haney to fight Shakur Stevenson. To everyone's surprise, it's Shakur Stevenson stopping the fight from happening again. And a fan reacted to it, saying, "We all knew he was gonna duck Usyk and run to Zuffa. Did all that pump faking, knowing the fight wasn't happening. He's gonna duck Devin too by trying to enforce a rehydration clause. Just watch." Another added, "Dana White isn't going to provide a safe haven for fake tough guys who duck real competition. The party is over for Shakur and Keyshawn." After his latest victory, Devin Haney made it clear that he wants the biggest names in the division, publicly calling out Shakur Stevenson, as he describes it as the next biggest fight in boxing, and took to social media to challenge his longtime rival directly. While many fans were excited by the possibility of the matchup, critics quickly pointed out that Stevenson has yet to fully commit to the fight, despite years of back and forth between the two camps. This has fueled growing accusations that Stevenson is avoiding Haney, especially as Haney continues to push for the showdowns in public. Boxing fans and analysts argue that Haney has consistently shown a willingness to face elite competition, while Stevenson's reluctance to finalize a deal has only added more questions.
Confirms what I've been saying. 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, first ballot Hall of Famer once he retires, superstar boxer, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, Devin the Dream Haney, 33 wins, no loss and no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. He calls out another first ballot Hall of Famer of his era. Ironically enough, Devin Haney is 27, and the person he calls out is 28 years old, who's another first ballot Hall of Famer, Olympic silver medalist, 4-division world champion, former unified super featherweight, who simultaneously up until yesterday held the WBC 135-pound title and the WBO 140-pound junior welterweight title, at the same time, superstar boxer, 4-division champion, who will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, Shakur Stevenson, who is 25 wins, no losses, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. So Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, as I said, and Devin Haney confirmed it, as you see there, this is the next super fight in the sport of boxing.
The chances of a Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson fight appear stronger than ever following reports that both fighters have aligned themselves with Zuffa Boxing. Haney recently secured a lucrative agreement with the promotion, and Stevenson has reportedly followed a similar path, placing two of boxing's biggest stars under the same banner. For years, promotional and business complications have been viewed as major obstacles to making the fight, but those barriers could now be significantly reduced. With both fighters connected to the same organization, negotiations may become much smoother, allowing the focus to shift toward finalizing terms and setting a date. Industry insiders believe Zuffa Boxing has a strong incentive to make the matchup happen because it would be one of the sport's most anticipated events.
Breaking news, Shakur Stevenson signs with Zuffa Boxing, apparently, according to Eddie Hearn. Let's watch it.
Stevenson,
Yeah.
does that kind of open the door for you to work with Shakur? Obviously,
No, Shakur signed with Zuffa, so that'll be him moving forward. But I just don't know who they're going to put him in with. Because you see, Zuffa are paying, like, as a business, they're paying these guys 5 times more than anybody else will pay them. To fight who? Like, who are you going to put Shakur? You put what? You can put Shakur in with O'Shaquie Foster and give him $15 million? I mean, good luck to Shakur. I love him. I said to him, great, mate. But yeah, it's a weird model, and it's a model that's not going to last very long.
Promoter Eddie Hearn recently suggested that Zuffa Boxing has been offering enormous financial packages to attract top talent, including Shakur Stevenson. According to Hearn, the company is willing to pay what many consider crazy money to bring established stars under its banner and quickly build credibility in the boxing world. While the strategy has generated significant attention, Hearn questioned whether such spending can be maintained over the long term. He argued that these lucrative deals may be more about making an immediate impact and convincing elite fighters to sign rather than establishing a sustainable business model for years to come. Hearn noted that several fighters have been tempted by the financial opportunities being presented, but he remains curious to see whether Zuffa Boxing can continue offering similar contracts as its roster grows. Regardless, the aggressive approach has already shaken up the sport and increased the chances of major fights being made.
I think Eddie damn well knows exactly what Zuffa's trying to do. It will be very interesting to see how long they keep this kind of model up, but if this is correct, and I don't have any reason to doubt Eddie, but if this is correct and Zuffa have signed Shakur Stevenson for his next fight, maybe it's a one-fight deal, maybe it isn't, I have no idea. They did that with Conor Benn, supposedly it was a one-fight deal, who knows? The game plan is simple here. Outspend everyone, grab up all the talent, and then undercut the rest of boxing. If you have all the talent, even if you have to spend more at the beginning, which they are going to, and they are clearly, and then you take that talent from everybody else whose contracts are coming up, then the rest of the sport does have to somewhat capitulate that you have the best roster and or the best league, which the UFC's Zuffa Boxing alternative is kind of working toward, right? The UFC model. Fighters are going to want to be there. The best in the world are going to want to be there. It's a long-term play, and I think Eddie knows this, that it's not meant to be sustainable to sign, one fight, $15 million deals for the next 10 years. They're going to do this until they grab up all or the majority of the talent. And it may work. And it probably will work.
Meanwhile, Bill Haney made it clear that he believes Shakur Stevenson would face the toughest challenge of his career against Devin Haney. Bill argued that Stevenson has never shared the ring with a fighter who combines elite speed, world-class defense, a championship pedigree, and high-level experience in the same package. He insisted there would be no shortcuts or easy moments if the fight becomes reality, predicting that every aspect of Stevenson's game would be tested under the brightest lights in boxing. Bill has repeatedly praised the matchup as one of the biggest fights available while maintaining that Devin possesses the skills and confidence to handle any challenge. He warned that even the smallest weakness could be exposed on fight night when millions of fans around the world are watching. According to Bill, the pressure, attention, and level of competition would create a true proving ground, with both fighters forced to show exactly where they stand among boxing's elite.
I want your thoughts on Shakur saying he not fighting Dev unless he got a rehydration clause.
Shakur, man, honestly, you know what I mean? Because, I can pop it on channels and shit like that and do that, you know what I mean? And we can have fun with it. But, over here on the Boxing Voice, right? I want to ask, in or around the division, every bad month around Devin has gotten an offer to fight, or they've been in the ring, or, I mean, who else has that happened with? All the fights that the people want to see Devin fight, the person that got either a contract or Devin and got in the ring with him. Can we say that about anybody else?
Bill Haney has pushed back strongly against the growing ducking narrative surrounding Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, arguing that both fighters are simply navigating the business side of boxing rather than avoiding competition. He pointed out that Stevenson has not yet fully activated his WBO obligations in certain scenarios when moving between weight divisions, just as Devin Haney has not pushed the WBO to enforce mandatory fights against the likes of Boots Ennis or Xander Zayas. In Bill's view, these situations are being misrepresented as fear or avoidance when they are in fact strategic decisions shaped by timing, promotions, and career planning. He suggested that both camps are operating under the same rules and making similar business choices, even if critics label them differently.
WBC or the ring, it didn't matter. He wanted Devin Haney.
Okay, Bernie. Now, Bernie, what organization is Shakur the champion for right now?
He the WBO, because that's what Tio had.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what belt does Devin Haney have?
The WBO.
So if he wanted to mandate something, he could mandate something right now, Bernie.
If he want to do it, yeah.
Okay, Bernie, don't blow a blood vessel.
Yeah,
But he can
yeah.
still, listen, if he just wanted one belt, he can come get the one belt right now.
That's something to him. Listen.
Despite being widely regarded as one of the most gifted defensive fighters in boxing, Shakur Stevenson still has areas where he can improve, according to Hall of Famer Roy Jones Jr. The boxing legend praised Stevenson's speed, reflexes, and ring IQ, but pointed to one specific issue involving his footwork. Jones believes Stevenson often retreats too far after making opponents miss, taking himself completely out of punching range instead of remaining close enough to fire effective counters. According to Jones, this tendency was noticeable against dangerous punchers, where Stevenson's defensive movement prevented immediate offensive opportunities. Rather than staying in position to capitalize on mistakes, he sometimes gives away valuable ground and allows exchanges to reset.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a very good fighter, but he got to learn, and I will hope he will pay attention to this because this is going to mean a lot for him. Mm-hmm. His feet are good, but sometimes they take him too far out of range to be able to come back and counter. Mm-hmm. The last guy he fought, the guy was a good puncher, so when he was jumping back, he was jumping too far back out of range to where he couldn't come back and get something right away. You know what I'm saying? And for the fans, it starts to look bored.
That's how I say. I feel like he was running.
He really ain't running. He just don't understand that this is somebody got to teach him. And I would teach him if they ever brought him to me to teach him. But he got to understand what I'm trying to tell him. I'm not trying to criticize him.
Right.
When you say something bad, they take it as criticism.
Right.
No, son, you got to understand how to not jump. Okay, people know what the thing that dig the hole, the excavator, right?
Yeah.
If you move that thing back too far, you can't reach the job.
Right.
It's got to work, but it got to stay on the job while it work. You can't take it out of, if you work it with this, because this part keeps it on the job, the feet. This do the work. If you take the thing and move it back, it's off the job, it can't work no more. Right. So if you move back every time off the job, it ain't gonna ever get no work done. So now it's gonna become boring. Why?
Jones believes that if Shakur Stevenson can stay just a little closer after making opponents miss, he would create far more opportunities to punish them with sharp counter punches. According to the Hall of Famer, Stevenson's defensive instincts are elite, but he sometimes retreats so far out of range that he cannot immediately capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Instead of being in a position to fire back, the exchange often resets, allowing his rival to recover. Jones argues that a small adjustment in distance management could make Stevenson even more dangerous, turning defensive success into offensive production. By remaining within countering range, Stevenson could land cleaner shots, increase his punch output, and make his performances more exciting while maintaining the defensive excellence that has made him one of boxing's most skilled fighters.
It started on a hold, then it moved to another. It started on a hold, then it moved to another. When we gonna get a pawn dug? We're not, because it's taking off the job too much. You gotta leave on the job for it to get a pawn dug. And that's his own thing. He a great fighter. He got great eyesight. He has great reaction time. He gonna be a great fighter. He just gotta figure out how to use them feet a little different.
Is he the best defensive fighter out of all four of them?
Right now, defensive, yes, because his defense is with his feet. That's what people don't understand. Defense isn't with your hands, it's with your feet. And he has the best foot defense of the game. So if he uses it for defense, when it's strictly defense, yes. But when you want to make it offensive, you can't do the same. You got to cut it in half. And that's the only thing he had a problem with. Once he learns that or figures that out, he gonna be a killer.
With the skill he has now, make him the best out of them four?
Right now, no. Because some people gonna say, boy, and the reason the rest of them don't want to fight him is because they know he know that back foot game so well that he's not gonna engage until he wants to engage. And that's a good thing too. But for the fans and to be
not right now,
the ratings, you gotta be able to engage when they need you to engage. You can't, then you're gonna become bored.
But Shakur Stevenson remains fully confident that he has the tools to outbox Devin Haney if the long-discussed matchup finally takes place. Stevenson has repeatedly expressed belief in his superior ring IQ, defensive awareness, and ability to control the tempo of a fight. In past interviews, he has argued that Haney would struggle to deal with his movement, timing, and counterpunching skills, insisting that he possesses a style capable of neutralizing Haney's greatest strengths. Stevenson believes the key to victory would be controlling distance and preventing Haney from establishing his trademark jab. By using sharp footwork, quick reactions, and precise counters, he feels he can force Haney into uncomfortable positions and win the tactical exchanges throughout the fight. Stevenson has often described himself as one of the most complete boxers in the sport and has suggested that many opponents avoid facing him because of the problems his skill set creates.
Hell no.
Yeah.
For me, personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer.
Stevenson has also made it clear that if he decides to move up to the welterweight division and compete at 147 pounds, a rehydration clause would be an important part of any major fight agreement. The undefeated champion believes that significant weight gains between the official weigh-in and fight night can create a major competitive advantage, particularly when naturally larger fighters are involved. In modern boxing, some fighters are known to add substantial weight overnight, entering the ring noticeably bigger and stronger than the division limit suggests. Stevenson has argued that such situations can affect both power and durability, making weight management a critical factor in high-level competition. By insisting on a rehydration clause, he aims to keep the playing field as level as possible and prevent opponents from gaining an excessive size advantage after making weight.
If y'all want me to come to 147, I'm coming in with rehydration clause. I don't even do that. But why am I going up to these guys' weight classes if I'm not planning on going there? So any of y'all want to fight me at 147?
Yeah, rehydration.
10 pounds.
10-pound rehydration. Like the IBF rule, basically.
You got to understand, that means on fight night, when we get in the ring, they're going to be 157, maybe 158.
Max.
No bigger than 160 that night.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
So if we could get it like, all right, like the IBF rule, 10-pound rehydration.
Yes, but think about it. If there's no rehydration clause, these guys gonna get it up to 170 pounds.
Yeah, 175.
I'm in the 140s on fight night.
Yeah.
So if I'm 140, they 170. Bro, I'm not, what am I in here wrestling around with these?
Right.
Come on, bro.
How did you feel at 140 though? Like compared to 35, did you feel any difference? Or was it like in your body, like does it feel any different at all or was it the same?
Both of them I'm gonna be straight because the weight is easy to make.
Joe Rogan has expressed strong confidence in Shakur Stevenson's ability to compete with elite fighters even if he moves up to 147 pounds without any rehydration clause in place. The tweet-style claim reflects Rogan's belief that Stevenson's elite fundamentals would still carry him through physically bigger opponents. He emphasized that Shakur's speed, defensive mastery, and boxing IQ are on a different level, allowing him to neutralize size disadvantages through skill and timing rather than strength alone.
That's nothing. And there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't gonna matter. He's not gonna come in drained. What he's gonna do is just do extra cardio, and that's just gonna make him more dangerous. He's gonna be terrifying.
Terrence Crawford has been one of Shakur Stevenson's biggest supporters, repeatedly praising his elite technical ability and suggesting that many fighters think twice before stepping into the ring with him. Crawford has often highlighted Stevenson's rare combination of speed, defense, and ring IQ, describing him as a fighter who can adapt to any opponent and make adjustments mid-fight. His comments reflect a wider belief in boxing circles that Stevenson's style creates high risk with limited reward, making making him a difficult matchup for top contenders. While critics argue this leads to fewer big fights, supporters like Crawford see it as proof of Stevenson's elite level.
There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that, just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff, but they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him, sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era coming.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing, you know, and tomorrow he will show it.
How do you think it ends tomorrow night? Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson can stop Teofimo Lopez? Because people aren't really talking about that.
Listen, if T.O. get out of line, you know, he can get hurt. But I see Shakur outboxing to a decision, a unanimous decision.
What was his dad saying to you earlier? You had a little bit of a back and forth with his dad. Was that all jokes or what did he say?
Nah, his dad is just goofy, you know, and chill out.
Terrence, what's retirement been like for you? Have you enjoyed yourself so far in retirement?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm definitely enjoying myself.
However, Bill Haney made it clear that he would not agree to any such restrictions in Devin Haney's major fights. His position would become a major talking point in negotiations, especially if Shakur Stevenson insists on including a rehydration clause as part of a potential agreement. Bill believes that imposing limits on how much a fighter can rehydrate after the weigh-in is unnecessary and could unfairly disadvantage his son, particularly against naturally bigger opponents. He argues that elite fighters should compete under standard rules without additional contractual constraints that could affect performance on fight night. This difference in approach creates a potential roadblock in discussions between the two camps, as Stevenson has previously expressed concerns about size advantages after weigh-in.
Is that a fight you guys are seeking, or are you leaving it alone since he's saying that it would require Devin to get a rehydration clause? Is that something you're willing to get on a phone and discuss how many pounds exactly?
Well, when you're speaking about Debo, you might hear a whole lot of that's inconsistent with things that you say about normal fighters. When you talk about a generational talent like Dev, you would expect those that are elite to look to have, to be on a level playing field. What you weigh is what you weigh, and how you get down the next day is, it's what it's all about, you know? And that's what that is.
Boxing Massacre added more fuel to the ongoing debate with a strongly worded post suggesting Stevenson has limited options left. As they posted, Oshaki Foster makes it clear that Shakur Stevenson has got nowhere to run, as if he ain't fighting Devin Haney, it's gotta be him, or everyone will see he's ducking. As his last sensible option right now, Raymond Muratalla looks set to fight Robson Conceição. He also points out that other potential opponents, such as Raymond Muratalla, are reportedly moving in different directions, with fights like Robson Conceição already in discussion. While the tweet is framed as opinion and speculation, it highlights how fans and commentators are narrowing Stevenson's perceived options as negotiations and rumors continue to circulate in the boxing world.
Talk about that Muratalla fight too, though.
Muratalla got a fight already, so he got a fight with Robson Conceição.
Is that confirmed? I hear people saying that, but I don't know if that's confirmed though.
I mean, yeah, it's look confirmed to me.
As both fighters rely more on elite boxing ability than one-punch knockout power, many boxing professionals believe a showdown between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson would be one of the most tactical fights in the sport. Both fighters are known for their sharp defensive skills, ring IQ, footwork, and ability to control distance, making the matchup a fascinating chess match for fans and analysts alike. Haney's disciplined jab and ability to dictate the pace would be tested against Stevenson's Stevenson's slick movement, counterpunching, and defensive awareness. Several trainers and former world champions have suggested that every round would come down to small adjustments and strategic decisions rather than dramatic knockdowns. That technical complexity is one reason the fight has generated so much interest.
Shakur, Stan, anytime you want it, we can get it done. Bob, a little bit of this, a little bit of yakking back and forth, right? I mean, how awesome would that be? These two names,
we've been talking
about this fight for a while.
Tantalizing.
It's
But now,
tantalizing.
I tell you,
It's juicy.
I tell you, this fight now is even more juicy than it was the first time around when they were talking about it. When they were talking about it the first time around, Haney was red hot as undisputed lightweight champion, and Shakur was the boogeyman who was very good, but was having trouble locking in those big
insider
games.
boogeyman.
Right. I gotta be honest, man. Like this could, if this happens right now, this is the right timing too, because both are at a good moment in their careers.
Very high.
It's actually,
and there's a title on line.
It's actually simmered better than it had back then.
Najee referenced a discussion with Bill Haney during a live stream, suggesting that both sides are struggling to agree on key weight-related terms. As he tweeted, "It doesn't seem the Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney fight is happening anytime soon." In speaking to Bill Haney on stream last night, it seems both sides won't be able to agree on weight. The comments highlight one of the main sticking points in negotiations, as weight classes, rehydration limits, and catch weight demands have repeatedly created tension between the camps. Despite strong fan demand for the matchup, these unresolved issues continue to slow progress.
So hold up. So Bill, you trying to say you want that next? Your son versus Shakur Stevenson next? That's what you want?
Absolutely.
All right. Would you take it at 144 though, Bill? Would y'all take that at 144?
No, we won't take it at no 144.
All right. What about 147 with a rehydration? Would you take that?
No.
Oh, it's there. So I don't see how I don't feel like y'all gonna get the fight.
Benji posted an update reacting to Keyshawn Davis, responding to Bill Haney's claims of Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. The tweet read, "Debo wants both brothers." Today, Keyshawn Davis reacts to Bill Haney's proposal for Shakur Stevenson to be on the 2-against-1 contract. Why wouldn't he sign it? Meanwhile, the wider boxing discussion continues to revolve around negotiations, promotional control, and weight terms between the camps. While fans debate narratives of ducking versus strategy, nothing is officially confirmed, and the situation remains part of ongoing speculation and media-driven buildup around a potential mega fight.
It's business. You guys are together. It's all one. We can make it all one thing happen.
If you want that to make it happen, if you want to fight me first, and then after I f your son up, he want to go get beat up by Shakur second, he can do that. That's what I'm saying.
Is Shakur? Hey, listen, is Shakur gonna sign that?
Why would he sign it?
Okay, go talk to him and call me right back. Go talk to him.
Hey, we need all y'all on the podcast. Love y'all brothers, man. Love y'all brothers.
What do you think? Would Shakur be ducking if he didn't accept? Or is this just boxing politics?